What's up everyone, Erica here, and I'm back today with another video for you. I'm so excited about today's video. What I have for you guys, if you are watching this, you obviously know why you are here. I am going to be showing you different ways to braid your hair to pair with Mickey ears or Minnie ears, whatever you want to call them. If you are a Disney fan, I'm sure you have walked around the parks wearing these. Maybe you've walked around the grocery store wearing these. We love ourselves some ears. So usually I wear my hair down and I kind of just throw these on. But this suggestion was given to me by my friend Sarah. She knows my love for braids, my love for trying to, come up with new different hairstyles. I love braids. I love playing with my hair and trying to figure out different looks. It's kind of always been an interest of mine. So she was like, you should totally do this. Thank you, Sarah, for the inspiration. Like I said, I love doing braids. I think it's a really great way if you don't have time to style your hair with like hot tools or anything like that. I think a braid is a great alternative to just look really put together and make it look like you made a lot of effort when maybe you didn't. I know for me, braiding has come pretty easy. I did teach myself how to braid my hair. I did not watch any videos. I literally sat there and played and played and played with my hair until I got it down. My arms were killing me that day. I will never forget the most intense arm workout I've ever got. One thing I quickly did want to mention to you, I'm putting this out into the universe, so hopefully it doesn't come back and bite me in the butt later. I personally am super self-conscious about my ears. I'm not thrilled with them. It's not my favorite part of me. I've learned to embrace them and not to care as much, but I did want to tell you, because in case there are any of you out there watching that hate your ears just like me, these hairstyles are very ear self-conscious friendly. I do like to have these flyaways or this kind of little like covering over my ears. It just makes me feel a little more confident, if you will. So I did just want to throw that out there. If that is something that you are kind of self-conscious of, know that you shouldn't be. You should just flaunt it like I do most of the time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and braid this hair. The things you're gonna need to get these braids going is your favorite brush, your favorite comb, your favorite hair ties. Here are a couple of my favorites, some elastics, if you see that hidden Mickey there, and a plethora of bobby pins. Just a side note, I did have my husband in the room helping me film today, but I'm getting started with my hair already curled. I will leave an old tutorial listed up there and the description box as well. Taking my brush, I'm going to loosen up my curls a little bit, and then I'm going to use my comb to do a side part. So my hair naturally parts further to the right, so just follow whatever your natural hairline does, and I'm just going to make a nice and clean line. Using the comb again, I'm going to make another part following the line that we laid down all the way down to my ear. This portion of hair that we just parted is what we are going to be working with for our braid, so I am going to get the rest of my hair out of my face for a nice clean area to work with. Getting started with the actual braid, I'm taking one section of hair and then I will disperse that section of hair into 3 portions. So I am going to French braid my hair. I did want to tell you that, like I mentioned earlier, French braiding and just braiding in general came fairly easy to me. I'm not entirely sure how to explain it to you, but really all it is just weaving your hair. I've been told that I do my braids over as opposed to under. Still not entirely sure what that means, but here you'll see me kind of French braiding this portion of my hair along the side of my head. As you can see here, I'm kind of pulling the hair further back, leaving away those little wispies in the front. I don't braid my hair all the way to the end before securing it with an elastic. I think it looks fine with some extra hair, so I just left it. If French braiding is new territory to you, or even if you're just a beginner with braids, this is a pro tip that I would suggest to any and everybody, would be to pull at your braid once you've secured it with an elastic. You will see me do this in every braid tutorial ever. It makes your hair look so full and beautiful, so I highly suggest doing this to no matter what braid you're doing. It just looks so beautiful. Now for the fun part. I'm gonna place my ears directly behind that part where our braid is, and here is where I will let down my hair. Picking up a couple of bobby pins, I will first loop one through the actual end of my braid before I secure it to the back of my head. I'm also gonna add an additional bobby pin just to ensure that this braid is not gonna move when I'm getting on Space Mountain. Once I feel like the braid is nice and secure, I will kind of play around with my hair, maybe loosen up the braid a little more, but that completes the first look. One thing that I love about doing these braids is that my hair is out of my face, and that is definitely something that is very important to me when I'm at the parks. So continuing on with this hairstyle, I'm giving you an option to have all of your hair up. Taking a section of hair on the opposite side of our braid, I'm going to do a simple braid all the way down. However, this time I am not going to secure it with an elastic. What I'm going to do is wrap it around my head along with the remaining hair that was left down. Wrap it around on the side we had done our initial braid, and then I'm going to do a loose regular braid and secure it with the elastic. So once I've secured my hair with the elastic, you'll see me kind of pull at my hair yet again. I told you I do this every time, you guys. I just will never go back to doing regular braids. I love the way it looks with the braids being pulled at a little bit. So do it until your heart's content, and here is what it looks like. I love being able to turn any hairstyle into an updo. Like I mentioned, when I'm at the parks, I want my hair well out of my face, and I think braids are the perfect solution for that. Style number 3 is going to start out very similar to style number 1, except instead of parting your hair on the side, we're going to part it right down the middle, and we are going to trace another line down to our ear on both sides. And once you secure the rest of your hair in a ponytail, this look is complete. Just kidding, guys. No, take those off, and we are going to do the same steps that we did in style number 1 on each side of our hair here. So I'm going to start a French braid on my left side of my head first, just following the same steps, kind of taking sections from the back, looping it through, taking sections from the front, and so on. As you can see here, I'm still leaving out some of those wispies to cover up my ears, but honestly, I just like the way they look. I'm going to braid my hair all the way to the end and then secure it with an elastic. And naturally, we are going to do the same thing on the other side.
You look like 1990s Snoop Dogg.
Thanks. That's the look I'm going for. So now that you've secured it with an elastic, now the look is complete. Just kidding.
You should play.
Gonna put that one in there for sure. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, enough of that messing around. Back to our regularly scheduled hair tutorial here. I am back to pulling at my braids. I feel like I've told you guys this enough, but I'm telling you once again, this makes the look. You really need to pull apart your braid. If you haven't done it yet, I suggest you try it just once and see if you like it. I could be wrong, but I feel like you're gonna like it. After removing my ponytail, I'm going to pick up my ears and place them down. The next step is kind of important. You're going to want to mess around with your hair a little bit and make sure that it is laying the way you want it to. It is pretty important for you to like the way the rest of your hair is sitting, because we are going to secure the braids and it's going to kind of make your hair stay that way. So once you're happy with the way the rest of your hair is, we are going to pull the braids back behind our head and secure them together with an elastic. You'll see here that I didn't braid my hair as long as I should have. I wanted them to be connecting and all look like one simultaneous braid. So I would suggest braiding your two braids much longer than I did. But nevertheless, here is hairstyle number 3. I love, again, that my hair is pulled out of my face and that I know this hair is not going to budge. Nothing is going to be flying in my face when I'm on Big Thunder Mountain, and I am very happy about it. In case it hasn't been made clear to you, I like my hair out of my face. So moving forward with hairstyle number 4, a continuation of this hairstyle, we are going to spice it up a little bit. Here I am taking some of the remaining portion of my hair that was down, and I am going to tuck it in this little braid crown that we created. I did try my best to show you all what I'm doing here, but my hands do tend to get in the way. But really what I'm doing is I'm taking small portions of my hair that's down and looping it through the braid crown that we just made. I did try to do small sections at a time because you will see me show you 2 different ways on how I did this. The first is what I'm showing you here. I just did a couple of portions, looped through the braid crown, and I left kind of the remaining hanging out just because I thought it looked very princessy, very Victorian. I felt like I needed to be in a dress with this kind of hairstyle. It just felt very classy to me once it was all done. So here is what it looks like. But if you're looking at this like, no, Erika, I'm not a half up, half down kind of girl. I need it all up. I hear you loud and clear. So let's go ahead and take the remaining hair that is down by our neck. I'm gonna pick it up with both of my hands, and essentially all I'm doing is tucking in the entire ends of my hair into that crown braid that we created. I'm kind of securing it, and that is it for style number 5. I am in love with the way that this looks. I feel like it is very formal, very fancy. You could definitely put this hairstyle together, minus the ears, for a special event that you might have, but needless to say, I'm very happy with it. I think it's beautiful, and I hope that you guys like it too. Moving on to our last and final hair tutorial here for today's video is style number 6. I essentially would just call this like a redo of style number 1/2. I'm just doing it a little messier. So as you can see, I'm going through that same part on the side, but I did not part down by my ear. I'm just kind of taking hair here and there, doing a French braid on the side of my head, but I'm not being very precise. We're going to be pulling our hair a lot with this braid, so I'm not really going for any type of precision here. You can see here that as I get closer to my ear, I start to pull the hair a little further away. Then I'm going to braid it down like normal, secure it all with the elastic, and here is when I am really going to tug at this braid. I really want it to be voluminous and thick, so just don't be afraid, really have at it. Once I'm happy with the placement of my ears, again, I'm going to kind of mess around with my hair just to make sure it's laying the way I want it to. And this is where you really need to pay attention to where your braid is going to sit. So here I'm taking this section of hair and I'm just going to have my ears hold it for me just for a second. And I'm going to take some bobby pins and secure this braid into place, making sure it does not move from where I want it to be. And once I have those bobby pins nice and secure, I'm going to let down that section of hair and it should cover it up nicely. And although this braid is supposed to be more of a messier one, if you have crazy little baby hairs like I do, I've got a pro tip for you guys. Here I am using clear brow gel to tame those flyaways. I have crazy baby hairs that are always popping out, and the spoolie or the brush that comes with this product is just perfect to get into those little crevices to lay down your hairs and just tame those flyaways. since I wanted this look to be very voluminous, I couldn't just leave the other side bare and just looking all flat. So here I am taking it in sections and back combing it just to add some volume before I twist it around and secure it behind the headband with some bobby pins. Then I'm going to take the wide-toothed comb portion of my comb to add some added volume to my hair, and after that, this final look is complete. That is going to do it for my 3 different hairstyles to pair with your favorite Mickey or Minnie ears. I genuinely love the way that these hairstyles came out. I think that they look so elegant, so girly, so dainty, just kind of that effortless feel. And honestly, these hairstyles are totally Instagram worthy. Shameless plug, follow me on Instagram. If you decide to recreate any of these hairstyles, or if you decide to rock these braids at the parks whenever they decide to let us back in, please be sure you tag me. I would love to see them. If you enjoyed this video and you like to see these kind of little Disney beauty add-ons, I would be more than happy to keep adding to that. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It is completely free and it would make me a very happy person. As always, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you back for the next one. Bye!